This YouTube automation channel earns up to $2,000 every single month without showing their face and mostly using AI to create their content. Now, this channel is barely 2 years old, but has amassed millions of views on most videos and has grown up to over 300,000 subscribers. Now, this is an indication that people actually resonate with this kind of videos, and this kind of content are actually in high demand, which is exactly what we want to be leveraging on in order for us to be able to make the most out of this YouTube automation business. Now, what this channel does is simply telling Bible stories, and one unique thing that stands out is the storytelling pattern and the unique visuals that is used in each of the videos. And in this tutorial, I'm going to be showing you how you can create this exact kind of YouTube automation channel, add your own spin to it, and be able to leverage it to make money online with YouTube. Now, I will be showing you every tool used, from the prompts, the scripts, the voiceover, the visual, and even the combination during the editing process to make up the full video. As a matter of fact, here's a snippet on how the outcome of the video looks like after generation.
A long time ago, the world was full of people, but most of them had forgotten God. The earth was full of violence, and no one seemed to care about what was right except one man, Noah. God looked at the world with sadness, but he saw Noah, who loved and obeyed him. So God said to Noah, "Build an ark, a huge boat. A flood is coming to clean the earth. Take your family and 2 of every animal with you." Noah obeyed. For years, he and his family worked hard, building the ark exactly the way God said. People laughed at him, but he kept building. Then one day, animals started arriving, 2 by 2, lions, elephants, birds, and even tiny bugs. They all walked into the ark just like God had planned. When Noah, his family, and the animals were all safely inside, God shut the door. Then, the rain came. It poured for 40 days and 40 nights. The whole earth was covered with water. Then the rain stopped. The water slowly went down. The ark rested on a mountain. Finally, Noah sent out a dove, and it came back with an olive leaf. The earth was dry again.
So if you want to know how that was done, then you want to watch till the end of this tutorial to get the step-by-step detail on how exactly I did it. Now, the very first thing that you want to do when it comes to this is you want to get your video ideas that you're going to be using. And for this, we're going to head over to ChatGPT, and you're going to simply give ChatGPT a prompt saying, "I want to create YouTube videos about Bible stories communicated with simplicity. Give me video ideas to use." And ChatGPT is just simply going to go ahead and give you classic Bible stories. You can see for different categories, whether it's for life lessons, whether it's parables, whether it's Faith for Beginners series, different kinds of it. And now I have picked one. I picked Noah's Ark Explained for today's world. And I'm going to give ChatGPT another prompt saying, "Give me script for a Bible story on Noah's Ark like a narrator." I want to use AI to create the scenes. Also, giving detailed prompts to be able to generate consistent images throughout for each scene in the story. It should be a 2-minute long video. You want to be as detailed as possible in your prompt, because the more details you give to ChatGPT, the better the result. And your video could be longer, but for the purpose of this tutorial, we're going to be sticking with a 2-minute video. And now ChatGPT has gone ahead to give us the title and the narration script, as well as the prompts that we're going to be using in generating the image for our video. Remember, we are recreating and not doing an exact photocopy. So we are going to be adding our own spin to it. So now everything is set. All of the scenes that we need are completely set. And the next thing is we're going to be using a unique AI tool to create our voiceover for the narrator. And we're going to be using Dub. And don't worry, I'm going to be leaving all of the link in the description. So you want to go ahead, click the link. It will take you here, and you are able to even start a 3-day free trial to be able to access this. So now in the home section, we want to click on AI voiceover. I will want to select the voiceovers that appeal to us. And this particular one is good because there are a whole lot of voiceovers that you can pick from. And you can even filter by the kind of voice you want, whether you want multi-emotive tech gadget reviews, historical stories, animation videos, and just like that. To make it even better, you want to filter the quality by ultra. So we're going to be making use of this Felix Brown. You want to click the play button so you can be able to hear the preview of the voice and be able to know which one resonates better with you. You can also play around with the speed if you want it to be a little slower or faster. You can also play around the pitch if you want it to be high pitched or lower pitched, and you can then click on select. Once you've selected that, you then want to start imputing what your text will be so that this AI tool can add a voiceover from your text. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to be going back to ChatGPT and we're going to be taking the scenes one by one. The reason why we're going to be doing this is because we want to be able to compare our videos easily. So the first narrator script is this, and we're going to copy it. We're going to go to this AI tool and we're going to paste it. And we're going to click on this generate full text.
A long time ago, the world was full of people, but most of them had forgotten God. The earth was full of violence, and no one seemed to care about what was right, except one man, Noah.
So now we have the narrator for our first scene. We're going to go ahead and click export. We can change the audio, either you want to save it as WAV format or MP3. So I'm going to click MP3 and click export. To make it easier, we want to rename our file so we can say scene 1. By the way, if you are finding a lot of value from this video, I want you to hit the like button, subscribe, and make sure to turn on the notification bell icon. So when next I drop another helpful tutorial like I always do, YouTube will notify you first. Again, we're going to go ahead and do for the next scene also. We're going to go back to ChatGPT, go to the next scene on what the narrator said. We're going to pick it. We're going to go back to this AI tool and we're going to paste it. To be able to make the voiceover have a little pauses in the talk, just, as a hack, you want to add like ... So God said to Noah, build an ark, a huge boat. So you want to add ... just for some little pauses in it. And we can then go ahead to generate it.
God looked at the world with sadness, but he saw Noah, loved and obeyed him. So God said to Noah, build an ark, a huge boat. A flood is coming to clean the earth. Take your family and 2 of every animal with you.
So now again, we're going to go ahead and export this in MP3 format as well. Once that is exported, we also go ahead and go and rename it. Again, we're going to go back to ChatGPT. We're going to pick the third scene again. We're going to go copy it, go back to this AI tool, and we're going to go ahead and paste it. For every particular sentence that needs to be said in a different paragraph, you can click on enter. So we enter this for years. Then we can put ... Then we put ... here for it to have the required courses. And once we're done, we want to click generate here.
Noah obeyed. For years, he and his family worked hard, building the ark exactly the way God said. People laughed at him, but he kept building.
So now that we have our third scene, we're going to go ahead and as well export it to our device. And we're going to click export and as well rename it. So this is how we're going to be doing for each scene. And I'm going to go ahead, complete the whole of the scene and rename them before we go into the next step. So we have finished creating all of our audios and we have renamed them. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to head over to this particular AI tool. I'm going to as well leave it in the description below. You want to sign up and of course log in, which is Hedra, and you're going to click on image here. And now this is where we are going to impute a prompt to describe our image. Now you want to make sure that this is fixed to 16:9, which is appropriate for YouTube long form. And here you can either change the resolution. I'm going to leave it at 540 because this is just simply for the purpose of this tutorial. And now we're going to describe our image. So we're going to go back to ChatGPT and we're going to begin using our image prompt. So we're going to copy this here, which ChatGPT has given us. And we're going to go ahead and paste it here. Then we're going to go ahead and click on generate. As you can see that this will take 3 credits. So this particular AI tool gives you some Excel of free credit, I think about 300 credits. So you want to take note of that. And for this particular one, it's going to be taking 3 credits. And we're going to click on generate. So now this AI tool has given us something, and this is pretty nice. I like it. And we're going to go ahead and download it. Again, we're going to go now and also as well rename it, just so that when we're compiling our videos, it is just super easy for us. Again, we're going to go again with the next image prompt, and we're going to go ahead, copy this. We're going to go back to this AI tool. We're going to paste it, and we are going to click on generate again. And you can see that this AI tool has as well given us this beautiful picture, and you can see that gradually it is coming to life. And we're going to go ahead and download this as well. Again, we're going to go back to ChatGPT, and we are going to go ahead and copy this image prompt here. So when we copy this image prompt, we're going to go back to this tool and paste it. Now remember, this is AI, and AI does not know what Noah is, or doesn't know who Noah is. At least this particular AI does not really make reference to past images. So we're going to go back and copy the prompt for who Noah is. We're going to go to Hedra. We're going to paste that here. So we can put this here in brackets. And that way the AI understands what exactly we want. And we're going to go ahead and as well generate. Now this AI tool has given us this as well. And this is as well okay. And we're going to go ahead and also download it. Now, this is exactly how we're going to do, and we're going to do it the same thing for the other scenes. In order to save time, I'm going to go do this off the camera, and we're going to head to the next step. So we have finished creating our images and downloading them. The next thing is we want to start animating these images. To do that, we're going to head to ChatGPT and tell ChatGPT, now I want to animate the images with AI. Give me a video animation prompt for each of the image that matches with the storyline. And ChatGPT has gone ahead to give us animation prompts to animate those images into a video. You may want to screenshot the prompts as I am showing you. However, if you would like me to share the exact prompt I used word for word, comment the word prompt in the comment section and I would share the prompts with you. Now we're going to also be taking it scene by scene. So we're going to take the first scene. We're going to have that copied. We're going to head over to Pixverse. Again, I'm going to be adding the link to all of these tools in the description. So we're going to head over to Pixverse. Under image or text, we're going to add the image here, which is for our scene 1. So we'll click it and have our image added. Now we're going to begin to describe the image, and we're going to go here and paste what ChatGPT has given us. So we can see animated wide shot of ancient city in chaos, people fighting in the streets, smoke rising from buildings, dark clouds rolling overhead, camera slowly panning left and right. We can either do this, however, given that our image does not have these details already, we may just want to opt out for something more similar, like just a zoom in and a zoom out, whichever you prefer though. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the camera here, and I'm going to click on this. All of this shows an example of how you want the camera angle to move. I'm just going to go for the crane up. You can decide to change your duration either 5 seconds or 8 seconds. But I'm going to go for 5 seconds because 5 seconds uses up lesser credits. Because this AI tool, the free version, gives you a daily amount of 60 credits. And to get more, you need to be subscribed to the Pro plan. And again, we can now decide to add some sounds. We can add auto sound. This is where we can add some things we want in the background. For example, birds chirping in the air because there are birds in our image. So now we've done that, and what we're going to do is go ahead and hit the create icon. Now this particular AI tool is going to go ahead process our image based on the prompts we've given it. And now this AI tool has gone ahead to give us these results, and this is pretty much great. And what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and have this downloaded. Do note that if you are using the free version of this particular AI tool, it's going to leave a watermark and you need to upgrade to the pro plan in order to have the watermark removed. Now we're going to go to the next scene and we're going to do again, click on this image. We're going to click the next scene and we're going to add that. We're going to go to ChatGPT and see what ChatGPT has of this. So we can copy this. We can go here and we can paste it. But this time we're just going to edit it based on how our image actually looks like. So you can say man smiling and looking up as golden light shines on him, his beard blowing in the wind, soft camera zooming on his face as he gently blinks. So you may want to add your own twist to it because ChatGPT may not be able to give you exactly based on the image you've generated. So you want to use ChatGPT as like a base foundation to be able to create your prompts properly. Again, you want to leave it on 5 seconds. We can cancel the camera angle this time. We can also cancel the sound as well. And we are going to go ahead and create. So you can see this AI tool has done this for us. And this is so beautiful. Again, we're going to go ahead and download this. Again, we're going to do it for the third scene. So we're going to go again, add our image that we created. Again, we're going to go to ChatGPT and take the prompt that ChatGPT has given to us. And again, like I said earlier, you want to make sure that the prompt aligns with what the image can potentially do. So we can copy this. We can go back here and paste that. However, this is the image, and of course, we want to align our prompts with it. So we can go back to the AI tool. So we say people on the boat laughing while animals are moving around. The man and child outside the boat walk towards the boat, sort of like. So the scene is more like people were mocking him. So I'll take it that those people climbed up to the boat and were making mockery of the boat while he and his family or his child was walking towards the boat. So we're going to go ahead again. We'll leave this at 5 seconds. We are going to leave the camera the same. And again, we're going to go ahead and generate it. So this AI tool has, of course, given us something that we can use. Again, we're going to go ahead and download it. And this is how we're going to replicate the same idea for all the rest of the scenes. Just to save time, I'm going to go do that off the camera and create the animation version of all the images we've already generated, and then we're going to go over to the next step. So now we're done with creating all of the animations for the images, and the next thing we're going to do is we're going to start compiling them. To do that, we're going to utilize CapCut and we're going to click on create project. So now we're going to import all of our animations first, and now we are going to go ahead and import our voiceovers. Now we're going to click the import icon and we're going to import all of the voiceovers. Now, remember that we took our voiceovers from this particular AI tool and it has a free 3-day trial. Of course, to also be able to access more of this feature after the 3-day trial, you need to be subscribed to the pro plan. So now in CapCut, we're going to start adding our scenes one by one. And based on the way that we have named it, we're going to be adding them gradually. So we're going to add the first one here as well as the audio for the first scene. So we're going to be adding that here. If you look, you can see that the audio is quite longer than the actual scene. What we can do is we can reduce the speed of the scene and we can as well duplicate it. But this time we want to reverse the video. So we're going to click on this icon here. And we're going to reverse the clip just so that it communicates more things in the video. So now we have our first scene already created. We're going to go again and add the next one, which is this one here, which is Noah praying. And also we're going to go ahead and add the voiceover for the next scene. Again, you can see it's way short and we can as well reduce the speed. Again, we're going to go ahead and add the third scene, and we're going to also as well add the audio on it. And just as you can see, this is also short, and we're going to reduce the speed so it meets up. And now this is how we're going to go and compile every of the image, animation, as well as the audio. And we're going to go do that. to complete that off the camera just for the purpose of saving time. And we're going to come back and see the final results. So now we have added the animation as well as the audio. All we want to start adding is a few sound effects. So here, when God said to Noah to build an ark, that a flood is coming, I added like a cloud in the sound effect of CapCut. And I used this particular one here that makes it sound as though there is a voice coming from heaven. We're going to go again, and where people were laughing, we can go to the sound effect and just search. So we're going to add this one here when people were laughing, and we're going to reduce the volume just so it's low in the background. And we're going to cut the laughter exactly where the scene ends, and we're going to delete that. For the animals, the audio in the animals, we had already added it when we created the video in Pickverse. And we're going to go again where there's thunderstorm here, and we are going to type thunderstorm. So we're going to add this one and reduce the volume so it's low in the background. Again, we're going to end that part, the thunderstorm, exactly where the last scene stopped. And again, for rainbow, we can just go again and add rainbow. You may not want to add too many sound effects in yours, but just to make it spicy, we can do that. So we're going to add the rainbow sound where God said to remind us to place a rainbow in the sky. And we're going to end the rainbow sound also where the scene ends. So for this, we can decide to leave the last part. However, I just searched for moral lesson and I'm just going to add something there. I'm going to reduce it, make the speed reduced, and I'm going to add it this way. So now that we're done, next thing we want to do is we're going to go ahead and export our video into our system. So this is how the outcome of the video is.
A long time ago, the world was full of people, but most of them had forgotten God. The earth was full of violence, and no one seemed to care about what was right except one man, Noah. God looked at the world with sadness, but he saw Noah, who loved and obeyed him. So God said to Noah, "Build an ark, a huge boat. A flood is coming to clean the earth. Take your family and 2 of every animal with you." Noah obeyed. For years, he and his family worked hard, building the ark exactly the way God said. People laughed at him, but he kept building. Then one day, animals started arriving, 2 by 2, lions, elephants, birds, and even tiny bugs. They all walked into the ark just like God had planned. When Noah, his family, and the animals were all safely inside, God shut the door. Then, the rain came. It poured for 40 days and 40 nights. The whole earth was covered with water. Then the rain stopped. The water slowly went down. The ark rested on a mountain. Finally, Noah sent out a dove, and it came back with an olive leaf. The earth was dry again. Noah built an altar and thanked God. And God made a promise. He would never flood the whole earth again. To remind us, he placed a rainbow in the sky. The story of Noah reminds us, even when the world feels dark, choosing to walk with God brings protection, purpose, and hope.
So you can see that this is super beautiful and amazing, and we're able to do this in very, very short period of time. However, you can see that the video had a watermark, and like I said, in order to take up the watermark, you need to be subscribed to the pro plan of the AI tool. Once you've created your video, the next thing is you want to create a YouTube channel and start uploading these videos. Now, once you are able to hit 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours, you want to head into your YouTube setting and apply for the monetization plan. You can also make more money through affiliate and brand deals. And this is how YouTube channels are breaking in thousands of dollars. So if you want a step-by-step roadmap, exactly how you can use to grow your channel, I've outlined everything in a YouTube growth strategy guide. This is simply what has worked for me, and it has worked for over 50 plus of my students who have actually downloaded this and applied it. So now that you have the idea, it's time to put it to action. And I believe that this strategy guide will help you. I'm also going to be leaving it in the description below so that you can go ahead and check it out. By the way, if you're also looking for more animation, which is that you can also try out just to see whichever works for you, I've attached a video to the end of this video on how you can create simple animation, cartoon-like stories very easily using the power of AI. And if that sounds interesting to you, you want to click the video you see on your screen right now and go check that out. Ciao.